Your Monstera isn't slow. It's being held back. That's right, your Monstera deliciosa has the potential to grow massive, glossy leaves with dramatic splits that look straight out of a jungle. But if your plant looks small, leggy, or boring, you're probably making a few silent mistakes that most plant owners don't even realize. Here's the crazy part. Monsteras don't naturally grow like the ones you see online. Those giant leaves, those perfect holes, that thick, lush growth, it only happens when you recreate the conditions of their natural environment. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock that hidden growth power. We're talking about the exact lighting trick that triggers leaf splits, the watering mistake that secretly kills roots, and one simple upgrade that can double your leaf size. By the end of this video, you'll know how to transform your Monstera from average to absolutely stunning. Let's turn your plant into a statement piece. 1. Light is the secret to big split leaves. If your Monstera isn't producing those iconic split leaves, the problem is almost always light. This is the #1 factor that determines whether your plant stays small and plain or grows large, dramatic foliage. In its natural habitat, Monstera grows under the canopy of tropical forests. That means it receives bright, filtered sunlight, not direct, harsh rays. When you place your plant in low light, it simply doesn't have enough energy to create splits, also known as fenestrations. Instead, it produces smaller, solid leaves as a survival mechanism. The ideal spot is near a bright window where sunlight is softened by a curtain. East-facing windows are perfect, while south or west-facing windows may need some filtering. If you notice your plant stretching toward the light or producing long gaps between leaves, it's a clear sign it needs more brightness. On the flip side, direct sunlight can scorch the leaves, leaving brown or yellow patches, so it's all about balance, bright but indirect. A simple trick is to observe shadows. If your plant casts a soft, blurry shadow, the light level is just right. Sharp, intense shadows mean the light is too strong. When you get lighting right, everything changes. Leaves grow bigger, greener, and start developing those beautiful splits that make Monsteras so popular. Think of light as your plant's fuel. Without enough of it, growth slows down. But with the right amount, your Monstera unlocks its full potential and begins to thrive in a way that's impossible to ignore. 2. Watering the right way. Watering seems simple, but it's actually where most Monstera owners go wrong. Too much water is far more dangerous than too little, and overwatering is the fastest way to kill an otherwise healthy plant. Monsteras store energy in their roots, and those roots need oxygen to survive. When the soil stays constantly wet, oxygen levels drop and the roots begin to rot. The scary part is that this happens below the surface, so you might not notice until the leaves start turning yellow or drooping. Instead of watering on a fixed schedule, always check the soil first. Stick your finger about 2 to 3 inches into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time to water. If it still feels moist, wait a few more days. When you do water, do it thoroughly. Let water flow through the drainage holes so the entire root system gets hydrated. Then allow the excess water to drain completely. Never let your plant sit in standing water, as this will quickly lead to root problems. Another important factor is the pot. Always use one with drainage holes. Decorative pots without drainage might look nice, but they trap water and create the perfect environment for root rot. Your environment also affects watering frequency. In warmer, brighter conditions, your Monstera will drink more. In cooler or low-light environments, it will need less. The key is to adapt and observe. Healthy watering habits lead to strong roots, and strong roots lead to faster growth, bigger leaves, and an overall healthier plant. 3. Soil mix that makes roots thrive. If you want a truly lush Monstera, you need to pay attention to what's happening below the surface. Soil isn't just something that holds the plant in place, it directly affects how well your plant grows. Regular potting soil alone is often too dense for Monsteras. It holds on to water for too long, which can suffocate the roots and lead to rot. In nature, Monstera roots grow in loose, airy environments where water drains quickly and oxygen is always available. To recreate this, you need a well-draining soil mix. A combination of potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark works perfectly. The potting soil provides nutrients, the perlite improves drainage, and the orchid bark creates air pockets that keep roots healthy. When you use the right mix, water flows through easily instead of pooling at the bottom. This prevents soggy conditions and encourages roots to spread out and grow stronger. Repotting is also important. If your Monstera becomes root-bound, meaning the roots are tightly packed with little room to grow, it will slow down dramatically. Upgrading to a slightly larger pot every year or two gives the roots space to expand and supports new growth above the soil. Healthy roots are the foundation of a healthy plant. If the roots are happy, everything else, leaves, stems, and overall growth, will follow. Investing in the right soil mix might seem like a small detail, but it makes a massive difference in how your Monstera looks and grows over time. 4. Support makes bigger leaves. Here's a secret that many beginners don't know. Monsteras are natural climbers. In the wild, they grow up trees using their aerial roots to attach and climb toward the light, and this climbing behavior is directly linked to leaf size. If your Monstera is left to trail or grow without support, it will still survive, but the leaves will stay smaller and less dramatic. However, when you give it something to climb, like a moss pole or stake, everything changes. As the plant climbs upward, it mimics its natural growth pattern. This triggers the plant to produce larger, more mature leaves with deeper splits. It's one of the fastest ways to upgrade your plant's appearance. To add support, place a moss pole in the pot and gently tie the stems to it using soft plant ties. Over time, the aerial roots will start attaching themselves to the pole, making the plant more stable and upright. You can also keep the moss pole slightly moist to encourage stronger root attachment. This helps the plant feel like it's climbing a real tree, which boosts growth even more. Without support, your Monstera may look messy or droopy. With support, it becomes structured, elegant, and visually striking. If you want that giant jungle plant look, this step is absolutely essential. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about unlocking your plant's natural growth behavior. 5. Humidity and temperature boost. Monsteras come from tropical regions, so they thrive in warm, humid environments. If your home is too dry or too cold, your plant may survive, but it won't truly flourish. Humidity plays a huge role in leaf health. When the air is too dry, the edges of the leaves can turn brown and crispy. Growth may slow down, and new leaves might struggle to unfurl properly. Ideally, aim for humidity levels above 50%. If you live in a dry climate or use air conditioning frequently, you may need to increase humidity around your plant. One simple method is grouping plants together, which creates a microclimate with higher moisture levels. You can also use a humidifier for more consistent results. Light misting can help temporarily, but it's not as effective as maintaining steady humidity throughout the day. Temperature is equally important. Monsteras prefer a range between 18 and 30 degrees Celsius. Sudden drops in temperature or exposure to cold drafts can stress the plant and slow its growth. Keep your plant away from air conditioners, fans, or open windows during cold weather. Stability is key. A consistent, warm environment allows your Monstera to focus on growing rather than surviving. When you combine proper humidity and temperature, your plant will reward you with lush, vibrant leaves and steady, healthy growth. 6. Pruning and feeding for explosive growth. If you want your Monstera to look full and bushy instead of thin and leggy, pruning is essential. While it might feel intimidating to cut your plant, strategic pruning actually encourages healthier and more compact growth. When you trim a stem just above a node, the plant redirects its energy to nearby growth points. This often results in new branches forming, making the plant appear fuller over time. It's one of the easiest ways to control the shape and density of your Monstera. Pruning also removes weak or damaged leaves, allowing the plant to focus its energy on strong, healthy growth. Always use clean, sharp scissors to avoid introducing disease. Now let's talk about feeding. During the growing season, spring and summer, your Monstera needs extra nutrients to support its rapid growth. A balanced liquid fertilizer applied every 2 to 4 weeks works well. Fertilizer provides essential nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which promote leaf growth, root development, and overall plant health.
Without these nutrients, growth can become slow and leaves may appear pale. However, more is not always better. Over-fertilizing can damage the roots and cause salt buildup in the soil. Always follow the recommended dosage and occasionally flush the soil with water to prevent buildup. When you combine pruning and feeding, you create the perfect conditions for explosive growth. Your Monstera will not only grow faster, but also look fuller, healthier, and more vibrant. If you follow these steps, your Monstera deliciosa won't just survive, it will thrive. And in a few months, you'll start seeing bigger leaves, deeper splits, and that lush jungle look everyone wants. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and comment Monstera so I know you're growing with me.